the pregame profile segment of our broadcast. I'm Kyle Howard, one of the play-by-play broadcasters here with the Matsu Miners. Today I'm sitting down with General Manager Pete Christopher. How are you doing today, Pete?
Doing good.
Great to hear. Thank you for sitting down with us today. I appreciate you doing this with us as well. Talk a little bit about where the idea to move from New Jersey to here became.
Oh, I had back in '83, I had a brother up here, and he said to come up. You know, things were booming, and I did. I was single. I came up. I worked for the phone company in Anchorage for 7 years, and then I met Denise up here on the job, and we got married, and we moved back to Jersey in '89. And I got my old job back with the phone company there, and we stayed 9 years, and then we came back up here.
And you mentioned
2002.
You mentioned meeting your wife Denise up here, and your two sons, Kevin and Keith, also have had a significant impact on this team. Talk about their roles with this team and how important it's been to help you out in your role.
Well, as they were 2002, Kevin was 7 and Keith was 12, and they grew up around the ballpark. Both of them helped do odds and ends around the ballpark, and then they were both bat boys until like 4 years ago. They've been bat boys for like 8 years, the two of them. And Kevin now comes home from college and he helps out doing the laundry. He runs the concession stand, and this will probably be Kevin's last summer here. He's going to do an internship next year, and after that he graduates and he'll be gone. And Keith, my oldest, he comes home for a week now from school. He's going for his PhD at University of Florida, so he's lucky to get a week off, so we'll take it, you know. But they grew up around baseball, and I scouted 14 years, and they used to go with me when I scouted, and they know a little bit about ball players. So when we have the scouts come up for the showcase, when Kevin was about 12 or 13 years old, Kevin would give his favorite scouts, because the same guys come up every summer for the showcase. He'd give them scouting reports on the players. They loved them. They loved them.
I bet they would
loved them. Yeah. So even now they come up, same guys. They ask how he's doing. So it's pretty funny.
So he's been a good media relations contact.
Yeah. He's been real good.
Good. Now talk us through a day in the life of you, both in the off season for a day. Let's say you're looking for a player to bring in for next year, and then now as we're in the middle of the season now, just talk us through a day in the life of you.
Well, in the off season, we start recruiting the end of August. There's a lot of research involved. Baseball America, collegiate baseball, the web. I cold call coaches. A lot of coaches call me trying to place players. If you know a scout from an area that the school's calling you from, you call the scout. You can find out about the guy, cross-check him. That goes on for like a couple of months, actually. Of course, I still have to mow the field and take care of the property in September. And usually by the first or second week of October, you know, you're done mowing the field, and we get snow. We get ready for the auction in November. That takes a couple of months of planning and getting donations from sponsors and stuff like that. Now it's like you really can't make plans. After a home game, the next morning we get 5 guys. We clean the ballpark. All the peanut shells and garbage, empty the trash barrels, clean the bathrooms, and then there's things that come up all the time that you really can't plan for. So it's a day-to-day thing. But I keep busy. They're 18-hour days.
Sounds like you stay busy during the season then.
Yes, keep hopping.
Was it a good kind of busy?
Yeah, oh yeah. The kids keep me young. I'm 62 now, so they keep me on my toes. It's like having 30 kids.
Sure, sure. And something interesting that you do, you and your wife invite the players and Kevin and I as broadcasters over for dinner after the
Yeah,
first
if
game.
Denise is not working the next day, usually if she's off, because she works at the hospital 312s and has 4 days off, she takes vacation days if we have a home game on a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
So-
And she cooks for everybody.
Such an incredible thing that she does that. Where did that tradition start?
She just loves to cook. She's full-blooded Italian. She grew up with that. Big family, and she's always in the kitchen. She just loves to cook.
She's a very good cook as well. I will
Yeah.
say. She's made some great meals so far. Kevin and I are very thankful for that as well. Also, you've brought along broadcasters as Kevin and I are here. We're thankful for that as well, and we want to thank Napa Auto Parts. But where did that idea originate to bring broadcasters out here?
When I took over the team, the press box was about a 5x8 shack, and there was two booths, and one was for our PA announcer, and one was for visiting team, and it just wasn't. We weren't capable of doing it. And after the 2004 season, that fall and winter, we built the new press box, which is like 600 square feet, and there's 5 rooms up there. And that's when I said, let's start broadcasting our games on the internet and with the radio. And that's what started it. And I wanted 2 guys and not one, because, keeping stats and whatnot was very important. And it just worked out great. I've gotten broadcasters from Gonzaga one time. This is the first time I've had Bowling Green. I've had Syracuse guys probably 4 or 5 times. I've had Millersburg guys from Millersburg College. So I'm hoping to keep the Bowling Green Miners pipeline, because I guess Kay Garland is a professor.
Very good guys.
Yeah, he was a broadcaster up here, and he knows what the story is. So I want to keep that channel open.
We'd love to. We have a lot of broadcasters back in Bowling Green. I'd love the opportunity. We're thankful for the opportunity as well. But speaking,
you guys are doing a great job, by the way.
We really appreciate to hear that, and we hope everybody out there listening enjoys our work as well. If not, you can obviously leave comments on the page and give us some tips on how to get better. We'd appreciate that as well. But back on focus with the team. Recently, just this past week, 10 former Miners have been drafted, including Vince Vizcaino. How was
That's
it mean
11. Right. Some will sign out of the 10 or the 11. Some won't sign. I know Gio Brusa, he was expected to go from Pacific University, University of the Pacific. He was supposed to go in the 5th round, and he went really late. So he's going back to school. I'm sure 1 or 2 other guys. Vance is going back to school. Most of them will sign, but some won't. So this is like an average haul for MLB, for us. Usually we have about 10 guys get drafted every year.
What does it mean to you to have that kind of an impact on the team, to be able to say, I brought these guys out here to give them this opportunity, and here they are making the most of it?
Well, it's, I got into this to help guys get to the next level. And this is probably at the very least the number 2 college summer league in the country. So, and most of the players know that when they get here, what a good league it is. And if they do well up here, they're going to do well, and they'll probably get drafted when they go back to school. So it's fun. It's fun to track a guy's career as he moves up levels. I've had, since 2003 now, I've had 15 guys play in the major leagues. So it's always fun to watch him progress.
Absolutely. Thank you for sitting down with us today, Peter.
Yeah,
I appreciate the time today.
Thanks, Kyle.
And the Miners are set to take on the Pilots here in a few minutes here in the pregame profile. This has been the Napa Auto Parts pregame show. We'll be back in a minute with the starting lineups for you. This is the Mat-Su Miners Baseball and the Mat-Su Miners Radio Network.